Welcome back to another episode of Queens of Ponderosa, where we outfit, outgay, and outslay every single episode. I'm your host, Taylor, here with my co-host, Alicia, and we are here to talk about episode 5 of Survivor 49. But before we get started, Alicia, how have you been?
I've been good.
Good.
I just went to Moab with my husband, Sam, and it was a blast. We rode, like, the side-by-sides and all the rock crawling and stuff, and it was a blast. It's definitely, like, one of the last really outdoorsy things because it's getting so cold.
Oh, yeah. We were just talking before we started recording that in Utah, at least, we're really starting to feel the cold weather here at the end of October. It's coming in pretty fierce.
And I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me sad. It makes me want to stay in bed all day long.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's like that time of year again. What I want to try this year, though, is one of those alarm clocks that, like, the light on the alarm clock stimulates
Like it gets brighter. Yes.
Yeah. So it starts like a warm red and then orange and it goes brighter and brighter. And then it's like, it just wakes you up easier.
Yeah.
I think that would help a lot. It would help me get out of bed.
Do you feel like the darkness in the winter like really gets to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Certainly.
I have a friend that's like that too. I feel like it's less the darkness that gets to me and it's more genuinely the cold. Like the cold makes me, I'm like, I don't want to get up. I don't want to do anything. I'd rather just sit at home all day. And I just want to, I'm going to take a minute to do a little bit of a rant.
I love it.
It's very small and very insignificant, but it's important to me. I want to push back on this common saying I hear all the time of like, well, it's better for it to be cold than hot because you can't like, you can only take so many clothes off and it's still hot. But when it's cold, you can layer up. I'm like, I hate when people say that.
I do
because
too.
I can go outside wearing like jeans, thick wool socks, boots, like undershirt, hoodie,
beanie,
coat, and it is still cold outside. So I don't want to hear that. Like I understand what people mean when they say that because yes, like when it's really hot outside, yeah, you can take off all your clothes and you can like eat ice cream and sit in front of a fan. But guess what? When you're cold, I feel like you can do the same thing. You could stay inside, wrap yourself up in a blanket, drink like hot cocoa, and watch Real Housewives on TV.
Sit in front of a space heater.
I always hate when people say, like, whenever we have a discussion of like, oh, do you prefer the summer or the winter? And I'm like, summer all the way. I hate being cold. And they're like, really? Like, oh, I just hate when I'm like so hot and sweaty. Like, at least in the summer or at least in the winter, you can like layer up when you get cold. And I'm like, don't even.
No.
I don't want to hear that. No shade to our winter enjoyers here. I can't relate. Congrats if you love the cold, dark, snowy, wet winters. That is not for me. And I just had to get that out there because I hate when people say that.
The queen has spoken.
The queen has spoken.
I hate when people say that too. I hate it, hate it, hate it. And it's always like, well, if I had to choose one. Okay, but we don't. Okay? We don't have to choose.
Yeah.
And it sucks being cold.
It does.
And it's like, yeah, being hot, I feel like it's so much easier for me to cool down.
Yeah.
I have to lay with my feet. Like, when I get in bed at night, it takes at least 15 minutes for my feet to thaw out and not be ice cubes.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I don't like it. And no matter how much you bundle up and go outside, your cheeks are frozen.
Yep.
Your nose, your eyeballs, you can feel it
dry.
when you blink. Yeah, your skin is dry.
Oh yeah.
It's just no, and your feet track in more stuff. I hate the salt that when it starts to be the salty time.
Don't even get me started on the grossness that gets into your house in the winter. Walking your dog, love my dog. I have to give her like a wash down, wash up, a bath, like every time I go take her for a walk in the morning during the winter because the roads are always just covered in like salt, slush, wet, and you get like your clothes get dirty when that sprays on you.
Oh, I hate that.
And like, it's just not it. And currently in Utah, we're in like a situation where we really need snow. We've been in that situation forever. But if you didn't know, Great Salt Lake is drying up and that's really bad.
Yes, we need
And so
water.
we need a ton of water. But I hate that.
But just let it be rain.
It.
Like, it would be so nice if we had a heavy, like, it's the rainy season, like cute rain boots and raincoats.
Yeah.
Like, I could deal with that a little bit more.
October's not officially over yet, but we broke our all-time precipitation record. Like, we had the wettest October on record this year.
What?
More precipitation this year in October than any other year we've had.
Well, we'll keep this trend going then.
Yeah.
The other thing I hate about the winter is there's not that much fun stuff to do. Like there are things I love.
Yeah.
Like reading, doing puzzles,
Yeah.
paint by numbers.
All the insides.
All the inside stuff. But the outside stuff costs $1 million.
Oh, yeah. And Utah is like a huge skiing state. And so there's tons of people that we both know that ski. And that's like what they look forward to in the winter. And I'm like, I understand that it is and can be fun.
Sure.
But I'm like, yeah, the cost of entry of like getting all the gear and then like getting your passes and then like traveling up there and like spending your whole day to do it and like it's
and then the food and like it's expensive.
It's a very high like
it's a rich sport.
High cost of entry. Yes. That's what my boyfriend used to work at a ski resort as a chef there, and he talked about that all the time of like, I feel like all that he's like, it feels like the White Lotus, honestly. I feel like when I worked at this resort, I felt like I was at a winter White Lotus because everybody that came skiing there, you could just tell that they were like very affluent, very nice, but like
you can smell the money.
Yeah, like little out of touch, little kooky.
Yeah.
But you know, if that's you, congrats, because you're richer than we are, and that is wonderful. And if you can afford to stay at the Winter White Lotus, like who are we to judge?
No, really. Like that's awesome. I love that. If I could, I would.
Yeah. If to answer the debate once and for all on which weather is like more preferable, they've never done a winter Survivor season. Checkmate right there.
Yep.
It is more bearable for them to be in 100+ degree temperatures, high humidity, than it is to even attempt to film in the winter.
Which apparently it's been one of the hottest seasons.
Yes.
Because
they said that. Jess said that this
Jeff
episode.
has not stopped talking. Like every episode, it's like, it's so hot.
Yeah.
It's so hot. Like Jeff will know how hot it is, and the players can't like check the weather.
Yeah.
But he's like, it is scorching. Do we know how hot it is there?
Oh, I mean,
this season?
When they filmed, it would have been like April or May of this year. So we probably could go back and see what the average temperature was like. I think off the top of my head, the hottest seasons, I know that the Cambodia seasons were really brutal. Like the challenge where Caleb almost died.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they talk about it being like at least over 100 degrees, if not higher that day. And they were out there for like hours.
Yeah, hours.
I know Australian Outback was really hot because they were literally just filming in the Australian Outback desert in the middle of summer.
I'm gonna sit cozy today if that's okay.
Please do. And then I imagine, I mean, I guess they were nearer to the equator when they filmed in Gabon, and then Survivor Africa, I want to say, was filmed in Kenya. Those are both like near the equator, so
has to be hot.
They probably are warm, but maybe like a little bit more temperate, where there's not like huge fluctuations in the temperature. But I imagine it got hot there because I lived for 2 years in Zimbabwe, and it got really hot there in the summer. Like, and that's like the southern tip of Africa, and it would still be like super high humidity, like high 90s in the hot months. Since they're in the southern hemisphere, the hottest months there were like November, December.
Yeah, flipped.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
like if you think about it, sorry.
No, you're fine.
If they did challenges in the cold, people's hands would be like they couldn't do puzzles and they couldn't
and like what would they eat? Like they would have to be given food. Like I'm obviously being funny and facetious. Like I totally understand that the reason they film where they do is because it's literally more feasible as far as like acquiring their own food and surviving. Whereas if we did a cold weather season, it would just be everybody sitting around the fire all the time and production like giving them food, because like none of these people are going to go and hunt animals in the snow. Like
no, there's no way.
I know that's been like a common thing that people have talked about, is like it would be really cool if they did like a cold weather season to really change it up. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, it would definitely be a big change, but it would never work.
It would never work. I don't even know what challenges would they do. Build a snowman?
Build a snowman. I was going to say, build a snowman, igloo, go skiing, snowball fight.
Ice fishing, snowball fight.
The final immunity challenge would be stand out in the cold, and whoever doesn't die wins. And then you win the money.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I could do that.
Whoever doesn't get frostbite on their fingertips.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be rough.
Yeah, definitely rough. With that, let's get into this episode. So we're coming back from episode 4. At the beginning of this episode, the new Hina tribe has just gone to tribal, and they have voted out Matt, our Salt Lake City, I guess technically St. George, our Utah rep. So now the new Kella is up by 1, but the person that was taken out was a Hina, an old Hina, and that is a thread that gets explored throughout the episode of people on both tribes thinking about what does it mean that this primarily Uli tribe took out a Hina tribe. You know, we have conversations about where people stand, you know, we'll get into it, but we see a lot of people start to more acutely assess their position. We saw lots of stuff from Sage. We saw a lot of people talking about Jawan and where he is going to stand. So that's kind of like what set the stage for the events that played out in this episode is this like brewing Cold War between the original Uli and the original Hina, and then Alex and Sophie B kind of caught in the middle and figuring out how they fit into that equation.
And Jason goes home, you know, spoil that. So Jason
does.
goes home. So another former Hina goes home.
Yeah.
So it's like going into this battle, Hina might be in trouble.
Yeah.
They might be in trouble. They do have ammunition with an idol, but they might need to get an Uli out this next episode, or at least a former Uli, right?
Yeah.
To have numbers be more even. Because if it's going to be that straightforward of a game, why do I keep yawning?
You gotta wake up.
I know. Gosh, it's not even that late.
Wait, you watch season 7 of Drag Race, right? The one with Trixie and Katya?
Yes. I loved Katya.
Do you remember Pearl, the contestant Pearl? Mm-mm. Pearl gets second place on that season. And she's the one who, for a long time, the running joke was like, Pearl thinks she's too cool to be on this season. She is just kind of like...
I need to look her up. Hold on.
There's a really funny clip where RuPaul, like Pearl is in the bottom, but she's not lip syncing for her life. And RuPaul is like, wake up, Pearl. Wake up. Like telling her like, you need to wake up and take this competition seriously. And so that's like one of my...
Okay, yes. I remember Pearl.
That's one of my like...
I remember Pearl well.
What do I call them? Like stims of like things I say. Like anytime I see people yawning or like, I'm so tired, I want to be like, Pearl. Wake up, Pearl. Wake up. So,
oh my gosh, what season was Violet Chachki on?
That same one. Violet's the one that won that season.
Yes, that's right.
Violet was just here in Salt Lake like a week and a half ago, and I didn't know until it was too late. She was at a club downtown with Gottmik, and I was like, should have gone. That's
right, because when I searched Pearl from season 7, then it was like Violet Chachki, and I was like, wait, yeah. Violet was incredible. Her waist.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. She definitely moved fashion forward in the show. Violet, go on Survivor. Love to see you on Survivor.
I would love that.
Any Drag Race girl, go on Survivor.
They should do a Drag Race Survivor.
Did you see, we're on a little bit of a tangent. Remember, like, before 49 started, they did that, like, influencer Survivor event? There was a girl from Drag Race there.
Oh my gosh.
Her name is Monet Exchange. I don't even remember what her government name is, but...
I feel like I remember that
Monet
name,
Exchange, she's been on season 10, All Stars 4, and All Winners.
Okay, yeah.
And she has talked so much about how much she loves Survivor and wants to play. And they invited her to do this influencer event, but I don't know if they would have her do the actual thing.
Should.
And I know there's other queens from Drag Race that have applied because I've seen their audition tapes.
Oh.
But they haven't done it yet. So
they need to. That would actually be incredible.
They do. And there's a couple of queens that I feel like would like... I don't know if she would ever be interested, but there's a queen from season 10 named Cameron Michaels, and her whole, I don't want to say shtick because that like reduces it down, but one of the big elements of her drag and her character on the show was that out of drag, she was like a very masculine
looking.
Yes. Beefy dude. And then in drag would be like very feminine, very fierce.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's exactly who I think would do so well on Survivor.
Yeah.
Because she would be maybe a little bit more prepared like physically for the show. And I think that like that could be like a really interesting dynamic of like when I was on Drag Race, like you saw this side of me, like, but
And then they get to
I don't
see
know
this
if
side on
Cameron Michaels
Survivor.
would have any interest in doing Survivor
Sure.
because it's crazy.
They should.
So anyway, let's get into this because you bring up a good point of like this, you know, Hina, Uli, Cold War. I guess it's kind of like Uli got rid of two Hinas. So
yeah.
one of the major things I was going to say with that is, and you know, we'll talk about what the next episode in the previews entail. But at this point, one of the major events in this episode is Sage really starts cooking.
Yeah.
She wakes up, starts playing the game, and is really trying to bury Shannon alive on this new Kella tribe.
And I don't know if it's about her more actively trying to bury Shannon, other than Shannon. I think it more is about Shannon overplaying. Yes. And people not liking that.
Yeah.
And Sage is observing. Like, Sage is very, very observant. She's just taking everything in, but she's not talking game with anybody.
Yeah.
And so it kind of like bubbles to the surface in this episode because Shannon's just doing the most.
Yeah.
And she hasn't won over the Kingpin Steven.
Yeah.
Or MC.
Yeah.
And so it puts her in trouble.
Yeah.
And Sage, there's a moment when, well, and this bodes well for Alex.
It does.
Which is Sam's winner pick. And there's a moment with Alex and Steven where Steven cues Alex in on how much they're not, or how much they're catching on to Shannon's game.
Yes.
And they have this little thing where it's like, Alex is like, yeah, I like Shannon. I mean, she's talked to you and me and so-and-so and so-and-so. And Steven's like, yeah, and it's too much.
Yeah.
And in that moment, Steven could have been like, yeah, let's ride with that. That's a good idea. But it shows that they want to bring Alex in. They know they need Alex and that they lost Matt and that they're going to lose another one.
Yeah.
But it was like, okay, that's good for Alex. He's in the know of like, okay, Shannon's in the bottom.
Yeah.
But I love that Sage, she was sitting in the shelter and she was like, guys, you're giving me a little bit of FOMO, because they were talking within earshot, but not really including her, or maybe they didn't know she was there. And so that's when they clue her in. And there's this moment, this like funny moment that we love Sage for, with the facial reactions of just like,
you see it?
You see it? Like, oh my gosh, I'm not the only one. And they're like, oh yeah, she's just so funny.
It's very reminiscent of something we saw earlier in the new era on season 42 with Swathi. She was a contestant on, it was the Blue Tribe, I'm forgetting their name, but her downfall and why she got voted out was she told like everybody on her tribe that they were her number one. And we get a fairly similar montage with Shannon this episode, where we see her talk to like Steven in the middle of the night, where she's like, hey, Steven, I just want to like run something beside you. I think it'd be really fierce if like you and me, Bob. Like, so like playing...
Also, I liked her pitch, by the way.
Tell us why.
I liked the idea of like a 2-2-2 thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, it could work.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cool idea because people wouldn't suspect it.
Yeah.
And they want to blur the lines.
Yeah.
And so I honestly liked the pitch.
Oh, yeah.
But it was just really bad timing.
I think that what's interesting is that her strategic game is fairly strong. I think we're seeing some flaws in like her social game.
For sure.
Here. So yeah, she makes this pitch to Steven in the middle of the night of like a 2 Kella, 2 Uli, 2 Hina, like secret super alliance. She has really bonded with Christina. We kind of talked about that last episode, and Christina mentioned in this episode that she like really wants to fight for Shannon to be included and really connects with her. Shannon talks to Alex and is like, you are the person that I wanted to like link up with the most. So Shannon's making the rounds.
And Sophie, there's a moment with Sophie where she's like, are you the oldest daughter? And
yes,
it's like, yes,
I am too.
Yeah.
And Sage in her confessionals is like, it's so transparent what she's doing. Like, how do you not see that this is a shark? Like, am I the only one that like sees what's going on? So then when Alex and Steven compare notes, they're like, Shannon has said like some really similar things to us. And then Sage is like, oh my God, thank God. Let me tell you what the tea was when she was on Uli. And then we get another clip later in the episode of like Shannon very like kind of like talking down to Sage in terms of Sage's like game intelligence and gameplay. And Sage is like, I know like, I can tell when people think I'm stupid. And what's really cool is that with Shannon, Sage has been, I think, playing that, like, the same way Shannon has dialed up the, like, religious connections that she's been using with some of these other players. I think with Shannon, Sage has really been dialing up the, like, oh, I'm just like this poor quirky girl that, like, nobody understands, but you understand me, and can you give me another hug? Like, I just really need it. And there's multiple clips where Shannon goes in for a hug, and then Sage looks at the camera and is like, and it's
or she'll, like, roll her eyes or be like, make funny faces.
The cap on this segment of the show, or this episode, is, so we'll talk about the journey. MC and Nate, so MC from New Kella and Nate from New Hina go on a journey. We'll talk about the journey, but when they get back from the journey, Sage, like, executes, like, all the groundwork she's laid, where MC's telling him what happened. Shannon gets up to go, like, fill up her water or to do something at camp, and then Sage is like, this is my moment. While all of you are here, I want to talk to you about something. And then spills, like, everything that she's observed with Shannon.
Genius.
Everything that Shannon has told her is like, did Shannon tell you that Rizzo has our idol? Because they lost the challenge, and that means that Rizzo probably has it, and she's keeping that from all of you because she wants to hook up with them. Link up with them when we get back together. Did she tell any of you that? And they're like, no. And then MC in a confessional is like, I know that Sage is telling the truth because the prompt that she just said about Rizzo's idol is exactly the same as I got. So Sage, it's so funny because then it cuts to confessions of Shannon being like, I just don't know if Sage is, like, really playing the game. Like, they're very obviously, like, setting up her edit to, like, clown on her.
For sure. For sure.
But it was really awesome gameplay from someone that, up to this point, we really hadn't seen a lot of what Sage was doing socially and strategically to better her position. And now, if this tribe goes to tribal, which, spoiler alert, they won't because they're going to swap tribes next episode. But it was a great game move because it basically guaranteed that if they lost the challenge and went to tribal, the Uli that was going to get picked off would not be her. It would be Shannon instead. And I got the vibe very strongly that Sage is going to continue with this group. I do not think she's going to get back together with old Uli, whoever's left when the merge comes. I think Sage is going to, like, loosely stick with this new Kella group, but is honestly going to kind of be like a free agent of sorts.
I think so too, which is so great because we need more people like this in this season. I know there's a lot of, like, complaints that it's the most boring, straightforward season. Every vote has been predictable. Everything's been predictable. So I love that Sage is now taking this opportunity to jump ship, and not just jump ship, but, like, slash a hole through the bottom of the ship.
Bury her competition of, like, it's not going to be me. I made sure that it's not going to be me. You're going to vote her out before you vote me out.
Am I like Jeff making a ship analogy?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Look at you.
I know you
love an analogy.
No, but I love that for Sage because she just read the timing so well. She was patient.
Yes.
And I think that can benefit players so well. Is just sitting back and observing.
Yes.
And not playing so hard when you don't have to yet.
And that's what Shannon did.
That's what Shannon did.
She was not patient, and as soon as and I understand to an extent, like, okay, she got swap screwed. Like, she's in the minority, so she knows she needs to get to work. I think that there is a scenario where if she dialed it down and chilled out, I think that her connections would have gotten her there. I think what lost people is that, unlike Sage, who waited, Shannon took every opportunity to, like, solidify alliances and present this stuff even when they were trying to sleep. Like, like, the pitch was good, like you said, but the fact that, hey, in the middle of camp while everybody's sleeping, hey, Steven, I want to run something by you. I really trust you. Like, we should, like,
he's like,
whoa, like, what's going on? Like, way too aggressive.
Yes.
For this stage of the game. I think you need to, like, reel it in.
And something I remember in playing just, like, the live reality games that I've played, there was this one moment that I really got humbled so hard because I was with these people and I'm like, do you not have a final four? Do you not have an end game in mind? Like, Because do you not see how you're screwing yourself, like, going this way? And it's like, of course they do. Everyone has their own plan. Everyone is gaming. It's just in a different way.
Yeah.
And so I think when people assume that someone isn't gaming or they're not gaming,
They're going to get you.
they're going to get you. And that's going to get Shannon. It got her already.
Yeah.
Like, her assuming, the audacity to assume that someone would come on the show and not game when it's like their dream.
Yeah.
And granted, some people like freeze up and they really don't know how to game, or they don't know how to execute like a plan or put themselves out there, like Jason, in my opinion. But so I get where she's coming from, but it's like, you are so silly to think that people aren't gaming and they aren't making relationships.
Yeah.
And it really bit her in the butt.
Yeah, it did.
The Soul Sisters no more.
Yeah.
Shannon and Sage.
Yeah. We'll talk about this a little bit more. You know, if you watch the previews for the next episode, we're getting another tribe swap. So a little, I mean, who's to say, because Shannon and Sage end up on the same tribe.
They do?
They do. If you watch the preview, they're both wearing blue buffs again.
Oh, dear.
So this story is not over. My only fear is, like, I'm just like, man, the stage was set so well for like a really, really good Shannon blindside. Like, in my mind, I was like, oh, this next episode, they're going to merge. Shannon is going to link back up and be like, oh, look, I've got my old Ulis. I've got my connections on Hina. I'm good to go. And then Sage would lead the charge and blindside the hell out of her. And she would be like, oh my God. And I was like, oh, I could taste
Maybe
it.
they're
I could
still
savor
setting it for that, though.
Yes. Oh, it still could
happen.
happen. I just, like I said, with a tribe swap of 3 tribes of 4, because I think they have 12 people left now. I'm like,
Do we know it's 3 or is it 2 of 6?
well, I saw in the preview yellow, red, and blue buffs. I'm pretty sure it's another. I think they're going back to 3. And from a producer standpoint, I'm like, okay, they maybe don't want 2 obvious groups going into the merge, because then that could lead to what we call in the Survivor fandom a pagonging, where on the very
I
first.
haven't heard this word.
Oh, you haven't? Alicia. Okay, I'm going to teach you.
No.
On the very, very first episode, or excuse me, season of Survivor, right? The 2 tribes were Toggy and Pagong. On the Toggy tribe is where you had the legendary Richard Hatch, the first winner of Survivor, who invented, in terms of reality competition television, he invented the concept of alliances, where he said, hey, if me, Rudy, Kelly Wigglesworth, and Sue Hawk all vote together and vote for the same person, none of us can get eliminated.
Yeah.
And at the time, this was viewed as immoral, unethical, unfair, but they took that alliance all the way to the final 4. And the reason that the term pagonging is used is because the alliance from Toggy systematically eliminated every single pagong member until it was only Toggy people left. So on seasons of Survivor, where one tribe pretty much decimates the other until there's nobody left, they call it a pagonging. And sometimes seasons that have pagongings can be really good, like Heroes versus Villains. We get to the merge, and with the exception of Danielle, the villains pick off the heroes one by one, and that season's still great. Then there's other seasons that feature pagongings that are very, very boring to watch, like Survivor South Pacific, where we've got Upolu and, oh my God, what was Coach's? Upolu is Coach's Savai. There's the Aussie and the Coach tribes. They get to the merge with even numbers. Cochrane flips on Savai, and then Upolu eliminates every single Savai in order. So from the producer standpoint, the point I was trying to make, I understand that they might be like, ooh, the chances of a pagonging on this season could be really high if we go into a merge with 2 absolutely rock solid groups, where we've got like the Ulis plus Sophie, and then Shannon is 6 on one side, and then you have everybody else on the other 6 there.
Yeah, clashing.
So I understand maybe why they want to shuffle the tribes again to like maybe make it a little more interesting, and we'll have to see. My only complaint was, I just hope that this amazing storyline that's been crafted with the Shannon and Sage thing is not wasted, because when I tell you that my lips were moist, the saliva was drooling out of my mouth, I was salivating at the thought of like, oh my like next episode, we are going to see, because there's nothing I love more on Survivor than seeing someone get humbled. I don't have any personal vendettas against Shannon.
No, I love Shannon.
But I'm like, I just love when people are like, everything is going so well for me, and this person's an idiot, and then the idiot takes him out. And I was like, I want to see this so bad. And maybe we will.
Maybe we will. I think we will, because I'm sure there's a lot of other narratives and storylines that they could dig into, but they really have built this one up the past 2 episodes. Yes. Honestly, kind of this whole time, though, making Sage the silly,
even
goofy...
when they were back on Uli, they talked about Shannon. Yeah, Shannon and Sage being together.
So I think it will come to something.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. I wanted it to happen just because we wanted something else to happen. And I wanted to see people who haven't gone to Tribal go to Tribal. And I wanted to see, like... Oh, wait, MC already has her idol, huh?
No.
I want to see MC get her idol. Yeah, she hasn't lost yet.
She needs to get it.
So it's like, I want to see her get her idol. I want to see, like, I just wanted to see different things happen and see someone from Uli go home.
Yeah.
And something that I don't know if Kella thought about is like, why didn't they throw the challenge to save Jason over there and then have the opportunity to get out an Uli?
Definitely something that could have occurred. I honestly think that the idea of throwing challenges, I think that honestly has like turned into like a little bit of a Survivor curse. Because if you think
whoever brings it up.
Well, and I think and not even just bringing it up, like, I don't know all the statistics off the top of my head, but...
Girl, yes, you do.
I don't. Like, I really don't off the top of my head, but throwing challenges has historically, like, honestly, like, not really worked out.
Yeah, it doesn't
like,
really work.
If you think about, like, the most recent example I can think of is on Redemption Island, where, you know, we've got Rob on Ometepe and Russell on Zapatera, and Ometepe goes to the first 2 tribal councils. We lose Francesca and Christina. And then Zapatera is like, we want Russell out so bad that we're going to throw a challenge to get him out. And they do it. And then they keep losing.
Yeah.
They keep losing. Like, they
curses him.
Wait, I lied. Sorry. I'm correcting myself. Francesca and Matt are the first 2 to leave. Just making sure that's clear. Because
get it right.
Well,
Taylor.
I just want to say, because then Russell, so Zapatera votes Russell out. Matt is the one that beats Russell at Redemption and sends him out. But then Zapatera keeps losing.
Yikes.
They keep losing, and then they get pagonged by the Ometepes. We think about Ozzy on Cook Islands throwing a challenge to get rid of Billy, and then I don't remember their tribe names, but it was, you know, they divided the tribes based on race, the Cook Islands. So the Latino tribe.
Can you even believe, by the way?
Yeah. Oh, crazy. Do you know Survivor lost like so many sponsors from that season?
Really?
Because like framing it as like a battle of the races, I think is what got people. Because the very next season, Survivor Fiji also had an extremely diverse cast to the point that people speculate they were going to do that exact premise again and only didn't do it because of the backlash that they got. Yeah. So, same thing. Ozzy throws a challenge to get rid of Billy. And we see, not as immediately because the tribes shuffle, but the Latino tribe gets picked apart after that. And Ozzy's the one that goes all the way to the end. But we lose like JP, Cecilia. I can't even remember what the other girl's name on that tribe was. But like...
It's hard. What's tough too is like as a competitor... I don't think I would have it in my veins or bones to throw a challenge. Yeah. And I don't think that MC would either, or Sophie or Christina. I don't know.
Well, and with like, you don't know no matter what, like does Sage or Shannon have an idol?
Yeah. What
if they play their shot in the dark and it works and we get sent home? Like, I think that I thought about this too before. I'm like, yeah, like you would save... You know, we saw what you are talking about, we actually saw play out in Survivor China, where after a tribe swap, and, you know, it's pretty big brain thinking. It didn't really work out for them in the end, but we have a tribe swap, okay? And PG and Jamie on the original Jean Hu tribe realize that if they go into a merge, like down in numbers, the Fei Longs are going to pick them off. So they say, oh my God, what if we throw these challenges so that we can get rid of Aaron and James to keep Frosty and Sharia safe on the new Fei Long. And when we go into Emerge, we will have 5 original Fei Long and 5 original Zhanhu. And so they do it the first challenge. They throw it and they get rid of Aaron. And then they only don't throw the second one because when PG tries to tell Sharia in the reward challenge, like, hey, here's what we're doing, Sharia does not talk to her. And then they're like, crap.
Yes.
And then Sharia goes home. So we've seen people do what you are suggesting of like, oh, if you have allies on the other side that you know are going to go home and you want to keep them safe, do we throw it?
Do we just save
I just think there's so much risk to that of like, you just don't know, especially in modern Survivor, so many variables that like, I just don't know if
it's worth it.
Yeah, if it's worth it to put yourself at risk.
It's just so unpredictable. And I think, I mean, obviously, I think sometimes keeping it simple is the best way. And to not get voted out, don't go to tribal council. Don't go to tribal. So it's like, if you just don't go, then it's fine.
Yeah.
And if, you know, so it's like, I get why that would make the most sense. And because trying to get everyone on board for throwing a challenge doesn't really go well. And they had a reward.
Yeah.
It was a reward and immunity. So they're like, we don't want to give that up either.
Yeah.
And give like strength to the other tribe. We learned in exit interviews that Jason, however, was really close to MC and Steven.
Yeah.
So close, in fact, that MC, after she showed Steven the idol, she went straight to Jason and showed him the idol. How come? And he knew about this 4 of like Steven, MC, Christina, Matt, because they were like keeping him in the loop on that. I'm like, why not show us all of that? Because it really made Jason just look dumb. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
I think that it's because it didn't end up mattering to the overall story.
Yeah, and I guess it doesn't.
Like Jason goes out. He's the 5th person voted out. The original Hina never goes to tribal to even test those bonds. So I think the reason it got cut is because it's like it doesn't impact the overall story that's being told if we know that MC and Steven are safe.
Neither did the...
Or MC and Jason are close as well.
Yeah, and neither did really like giving as much storyline to the 4 that was solidified, other than the fact that it exactly mirrored the Uli tribe.
Yeah.
So I guess they were like, oh, we can go with this storyline or this narrative better because
like
it's
there's 4 people and 2 on the outs.
And it just builds up that like war story of like they have the exact same thing going on. They have their 4 blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Jason really was in on it. And it makes sense that he wanted to stay so loyal to them.
Yeah.
But it makes even less sense of why he wasn't so eager to just throw Matt under the bus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either.
And why not play the shot in the dark? And all of that. Let's dig into this part of the episode now a bit more.
Yeah. So the one thing I want to say, because it's important context leading up to this tribal where Jason's eliminated. We're talking about storylines that have been built up over a couple episodes. We see the Jawan versus Savannah storyline.
Oh my gosh.
Get more development in this episode.
Yeah, what do you have to say about your winner pick? I'll talk about mine.
I'm feeling a little nervous.
Yeah.
So to remind our viewers or listeners, one of the very first things that happens on the Uli tribe that causes any kind of waves is that Jawan accidentally grabs Savannah's clean bag to put firewood in because he's collecting firewood and everybody knows he was looking for an idol and he didn't find it. This episode, we learn that this has become like an ongoing thing where, and we don't really get like much more perspective from Jawan other than like, oh my God, like, I'm sorry.
I'm so silly.
But he has repeatedly taken Savannah's things on accident, like her bag, her water bottle, and
this episode it was the water bottle.
Yes, this episode was the water bottle, and she talks to quite a few people about it. She talks to Sophie, and while she's talking to Sophie, Jawan comes up, and then she's annoyed because she's like, he won't leave me alone. He's listening to everything I say. She goes to Rizzo and is like, Jawan is really annoying me. After they lose the challenge, she's talking to Nate, and she's like, I think that we should get rid of Jawan. And it's this back and forth between getting rid of Jawan or Jason. So that's a storyline that is going to probably, again, continue to develop because they're both in the game. Jawan, as much as I think that you and I last episode talked about like moves that he could have made to like better his position, I really just do think that he does not know that he is on the bottom. I get the vibe that he does not realize how
In trouble.
how
Yeah.
I don't want to say disliked because that might be too strong, but people don't want to work with him. People perceive him as messy, annoying, wishy-washy, which is really interesting because in his confessionals he is not really given wishy-washy at all. So there's things he's doing that are making people think, I don't know if Jawan is going to be loyal to us.
But also in the edit, I feel like the edit is kind of in his favor a bit.
Yeah.
Because in Tribal Council we have this really sweet moment and this sweet scene where like Jawan is kind of like struggling to understand the question or get out words or get out his thoughts just because he's tired and he's sleep deprived and hungry and all of these things, you know? And the way he talks to Jeff is just like so sweet and so gentle. He's like, also, I'm sorry, Uncle Jeff. Like, I just have to apologize in advance because I'm just like struggling.
Yeah.
And then everyone opens up a little bit. Not everyone, I guess. Jawan and
Nate
Rizzo and Nate. They like open up about how Survivor brings out these insecurities. Rizzo brings up how he's like, I'm not like, I notice people making other people laugh. Like, do they laugh as much as what I say? Like, am I not funny? Do they not think I'm funny? Do they think I'm annoying? Like, they're laughing and smiling a lot with that person. Why aren't they with me?
Yeah.
And Jawan has this thought of like, well, Rizzo and Nate are so eloquent and can talk and like express their thoughts so clearly and I can't. And anyway, and it was just like really tender. You see like everyone just kind of like smiling and nodding. Like, you can't not love Jawan at the same time.
I'm obsessed with him. I'm obsessed with him.
I love
am
him.
Rooting for him so hard. And he's also getting island hot to me. So like,
he's so cute.
Yeah. I just I'm really into the Jawan train still. I don't, well, maybe I don't want to say that.
What?
Well, I was going to say like, I don't think he's going to win. But
yeah. At this point, right?
Weirder things have happened in Survivor. So yeah,
confidence in your winner pick.
Yes, for
but anyway,
sure.
it's like he is in trouble. He is in trouble.
Yeah.
His tribe. I mean, Nate and Savannah were down. They were down to write his name down that night. How down? We actually
That's what I was
know.
gonna say.
I don't think it was like super serious.
I think that what the edit portrayed is like, hey, when Savannah was talking to Jason, it's like, hey, pitch that you're what links us to the old Uli, and like you're the only person that can provide that. I think that the edit framed that as like, oh, we're going back and forth, like, oh, should we get rid of Jason? Should we get rid of Jawan? I honestly feel like, and I could be wrong, I honestly feel like there was not really any debate, and that conversation was what Savannah did to make sure that he did not play his shot in the dark. I think that's why he didn't play it, because Savannah went hard of like, you are the only person that can provide that. We need you. We know a merge is coming. And she's like super earnest. And he's like, yeah, you know what? You're right. The thing that really mind boggles me to the point where I'm like, they just must have snowed him completely is like, how did Jason believe that they were going to vote out Rizzo? Like, I guess they must have been like, I feel like if they would have told Jason that Rizzo had the idol, we would have seen that. But that's the only thing I can think of. Like, how did Jason think that he was going to convince Savannah, Nate, and Jawan to vote out Rizzo instead of him? Yeah. Like, if it was Jawan, I could understand because he'd be like, oh, yeah, like, Jawan's on the bottom. It's me or him, and this is my pitch. The fact that Jason ends up voting Rizzo, not playing a shot in the dark, and then is, like, pretty surprised when he gets voted out, I'm like, man, they snowed him in completely.
They did. And he did say in his exit interview as well that like Savannah was pitching that all day long.
Yeah.
Like she was pitching it so hard, like it's gonna happen, this is the plan, whatever.
Yeah.
And he said that she pitched Rizzo because she observed how close he was to Jawan with like the nerdy stuff of like Pokemon and
I know
whatever.
I think they talked about it a little bit on the show too.
Yeah. So I think she was like, he just won't write down Jawan's name, maybe. So Rizzo was like the other better option and not Nate, but she could have gone with the Nate narrative from last episode. Anyway, Rizzo, like so random. And I think part of this too, okay, two things. This pissed me off from Jason because it bothered me that Savannah needed to like tell him the pitch and then be like, this is what you should do. Like go pitch it to everyone.
Like,
and that's what he did. It's like, how? Come on, Jason.
Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
And I get if it's like, okay, that really is my only shot. I guess I'll do that and then play my shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Why did you not play your shot in the dark?
Also, what do you have to lose?
Literally, also in his exit interview, he was like, to those people that are mad I didn't play my shot in the dark, here's what would have happened. He like had a random or like a generator to like simulate the 1 in 6 chance, and he like played it in front of the camera and it said not safe. So he's like, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's like, but you don't know.
Yeah.
At least you had that chance, because your vote will not matter in this tribal council.
That sounds like a little bit of like revisionist history to me.
For sure.
Yeah.
The other just funny thing in this, how this all played out, is I think Savannah is just itching so hard to play.
Oh, yeah.
She can't handle it.
She can't.
She needed to like just lie to someone so bad and like convince them of the whole story so bad, because she's wanting to play more than anyone.
Yeah.
Like she wants to go.
Yeah.
She wants to lie. She wants to deceive. She wants to have all these conversations. Like she wants it so bad. So I think she just went the extra mile.
Yeah.
And convinced him of this whole narrative and this whole story. And she's like already wanting to vote out someone from her alliance. She just like is literally bursting at the seams to play.
Chomping at the bit.
Yeah. I've said that every episode about her. I've said chomping at the bit. And there's no better phrase to describe how she feels in this game, I think.
Yeah.
Like from our side of the fence. So it's like, she just is cracking me up.
Yeah. So with Jason getting voted out, again, it's another like really straightforward vote. Not a lot of drama. I think the only other significant thing that happens in this episode that we should talk about is the journey, which we mentioned earlier. Nate and MC go on the journey. MC volunteers, and Nate volunteers specifically to make sure that Jason doesn't get to go. Jawan very sneakily is like, oh, we can draw rocks, and he basically rigs it so that Jason does not get the rock that lets them go. Yeah. So then Nate goes. Journey is, it seems like really straightforward, just like a Sweat versus Savvy task of like, Sweat, move all these sandbags,
or you don't lose your vote.
Or you both lose your vote if you don't do it. Then we get to, when we've moved enough of the sandbags, we see that there's an advantage that we could go look for. And I think Nate played this basically perfectly.
I was very impressed.
Hey, let's move everything except one just to make sure that we don't lose our vote, and then we can go look. So that's what Nate pitches to MC. He's like, let's move everything, because then no matter what, we can ensure that we don't lose our vote.
Because basically the one person who finds the advantage that's in the jungle, they have the advantage, and the other person has to finish moving the sandbags
by themselves.
And if they do not, they will lose their vote.
Yep.
And he basically had this thought process was like, MC will destroy me.
Yes.
And if it's just like a race to go find it, she'll will find it, and I will be stuck moving these sandbags, and I won't be able to do it without her.
Yeah.
And I'll lose my vote.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm going to make her do this with me, basically. So I don't have to move them all by myself.
Yeah.
And then I'll just like delay the process or something, right? And he played it so smart even before that by just chatting with her and getting to know her. And I related to MC with this. She's like, I hate when people are talking to me while I'm running. Yeah. Or I don't know if she said that or if that was just a thought I had.
Well, she was like, I'm out of breath. Like, why are you asking me questions?
Yeah, why are you talking with me?
Yeah.
And he was just like being so friendly and trying to get to know her. And so I'm like, Nate, honestly, crush this. So anyway, there's one sandbag left. Back to you.
Well, and so then they're like, let's go look for it. And then the sand timer, there's plenty of time left.
So much time.
But Nate is like, MC, I'm getting like a little bit nervous. Like, come back. There's not a lot of time left. And then she is basically like, you know what? Let's just finish it. Let's just do it. So he protects his vote. MC protects hers. And he basically convinces, without being super obvious, and he convinces MC to give up the hunt. MC does make a comment in her confessional. She's like, I get back and there's quite a bit of time left. Like, I wonder what Nate's like intentions are. But at this point, we're both so tired that I'm just like, let's just wrap it up. So nothing ultimately ends up coming of the journey.
Yeah.
But it did set up the opportunity for, as we talked about earlier, Sage to bury Shannon. So that's kind of why the journey was significant.
What are your thoughts on how, if you're like MC in this position and you go back and there's plenty of time left, how would you have played that out?
I mean, I don't know, because I think that, I don't know if this is something that she said or that I just thought, but because she already has an idol, advantages, especially people that have had multiple, we've seen in the new era get targeted like pretty hard, right? Drea is one where Drea had like an idol and a knowledge is power and an extra vote, and she gets played because everyone knew that she had them. Shan is another one. Like Shan had an idol. Shan was convinced to use her extra vote, but then they got rid of Shan. So I think if I'm MC and I already basically have an idol, I just have to go get it when I lose a challenge. I probably care a little bit less about this advantage because, like, it's just going to make you, like, a bigger target, and Nate would know that she found it and would tell everybody.
Yeah.
Whereas right now with the idol, at this point in the game, the only people that know she has it are Steven and I guess Jason, but he's gone now. So she's a little bit more safe. Yes, Steven could still bury her if he wanted or needed to.
I don't think he will.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I kind of feel like if I was MC, I would do the same thing just because you would put such a huge target on yourself and like you can see that there's this Uli Hina conflict brewing. Like, she's a big physical threat. Like, I just think that there's so many things pointing at her already that I don't think she needs an extra one. So I think it was smart for her to just ignore it.
Yeah, and she's been crushing it in challenges. And so it's like she probably will already have a big target on her back going into the merge. So it could be a really smart thing. And now Nate and the former Uli doesn't know where it is.
Yeah.
And they had a pretty good bond. And she I think it was good she didn't put up a fight against him and just went
just
with
played
it.
Cool.
But he played it so
well.
I thought this was a really big win for Nate.
Yeah, I agree.
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
This is good, Nate.
Speaking of the challenge, I thought the challenge was really cool.
Yeah.
I don't think they've ever done that specific challenge on Survivor before where they had to like carry this cage
all the way to
I like sometimes Jeff's commentary like really irks me of I'm just like, you say like every challenge I feel like it's like that's how you do it on Survivor, this is Survivor first, blah blah. But on this episode, like I really bought into it of like those clips of them like carrying those cages and like not giving up. And again, like I was rooting for the new Hina so bad. One, because they're the underdogs, and two, because I'm like, I want Shannon to get sent home so bad. And so they don't end up winning.
Tribe, you mean?
No, I was rooting for new Hina to win.
Oh,
so
yes,
that
yes.
Shannon would lose. Yeah.
I'm with you.
But they lose. And
Alex came in clutch.
He did come in clutch.
On this one.
He
did come in
shot
for the win.
Yeah. I think it further solidifies. I think we talked about this preseason, and someone else, I want to say it was it Sage or Sophie S that talked about it? It was one of them. I think it was Sophie S that was like, my Survivor like hottest take is like, why are we taking the Flint from the losers? Because it just leads to like snowballing where one tribe just keeps doing better. And I feel the same here. I'm like this obsession with making the new era harder. I'm like, you just create less compelling TV because there's always one tribe that's going to suck because they can't eat anything. They don't have any fire. Like they're cold. They can't cook anything. They can't eat anything. Like
it's horrible.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm over it too. Yeah. I'm over it. And I think part of why Jeff loves it is just like, what would you say to those people who say 26 days isn't hard? And like
they love to
because there
to
are so many fans
like,
where it's just like the 39 days, like go back to 39 days, blah blah blah.
I'm just hoping that one of these players on 50, Jeff asks a question like that and is like, no, 39 days was way harder. What are you talking about? We were out here way longer.
Yeah.
They wouldn't air that if they did, but
no.
Have we talked about how off screen they didn't show it on 41? Do you remember Danny on 41, like the former NFL player?
Yeah.
Off camera, he apparently went off on Jeff about the hourglass twist and was like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I can't believe you guys did that. Yeah.
Oh, I would love to see that footage.
Laid into him was like horrible twist, like so dumb. Like you lied to all of us and told us we were safe. And it was like, oh no, you're not.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Which is why
that's so funny.
Which is why on 42, they made it so clear that whoever didn't get picked and went to like purgatory would have the power to change the game.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's hilarious. I would love to see that footage.
Okay, what I was saying. Yeah, I just am really looking forward to when Jeff asks a question like that to one of these Survivor 50 players, and they're like, Actually, no, Jeff, 39 days is way harder.
Yeah, this is a
This is,
cakewalk.
it's way harder because we were out here for 2 more weeks and we lost more weight and we were more tired and there was still nothing to eat. Like,
Yeah.
Jeff loves to drive home this, like, the new era is so much harder. And I'm like,
relentless, and it's
yes, okay, like, yeah, the game is moving like so quickly and you always have to be on your toes. But at the same time, it's like, girl, like, just give it up.
I don't think anyone is really arguing that it's not hard.
Yeah.
Like that it's not hard
Just
at
like,
all.
what's with this obsession of making sure that it's like
The
all you
hardest
people at
ever.
home that keep, and it's basically like they're saying like, stop like getting in our Instagram comments and telling us that our production decisions are stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, we
He's
will.
mad. He's mad.
Yeah, we will.
Wild.
Couple other random things that we can do as we're wrapping up.
I have a random thought too.
Okay,
but go
let's
ahead.
hear it. One thought I had is, since they're switching tribes again next episode, I'm interested to see what happens with Sophie B, because I assumed they were going to merge the next episode, and I was going to say we could see another, like, we could see an echo of Survivor Philippines, because if they merged next episode, then Sophie B would go, if she made it all the way to the end, she would go to every single tribal council, just like
Wow.
Denise did.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
Yeah, Denise
Honestly,
went to...
I don't want that for her though.
Oh,
Sorry,
I don't
keep
either.
going.
I was going to say Denise went to every single tribal council, but I believe the winner that went to the most tribals and survived is Natalie White, because Natalie White went to every single tribal except for one, and her season had 20 players.
Oh
and
my
Denise's
gosh.
had 18, and there was a medevac on it. I guess Samoa had a medevac too, but they didn't cancel tribal that night, so she still went. So
Natalie White.
yeah,
Honestly.
Natalie White, like, I know the answer is never, but I'm like, put Natalie White on Survivor again.
Please.
Put her on Survivor again. Like,
Yes,
give her a chance to
please.
show everybody the game that she played, because, you know, she was my first winner pick that won, and I'm like, she's so fierce. So anyway, that's the thought I had with Sophie
is.
B. We'll have to see if she ends up winning the immunity challenge next episode. If she doesn't, and then they merge in, you know, the next episode after that, then yeah, we could see another Denise Stapley where she goes to every single tribal and
Yep.
survives. And I guess on the flip side, we could also see there's at least one person, because remind me, the people that haven't been to tribal yet are, it's everybody on Kella except for Alex, Sage, Shannon, MC, Sophie S, Christina, and Steven. So there's at least 2 people, because I think if they're doing 3 tribes of 4, even if 4 of those people are on a tribe and lose, there's 2 people that could go to the merge never having gone to tribal. And there's a couple winners that have, like, on the flip side from, like, the Natalie Whites and the Denise Stapleys, like Michelle Fitzgerald didn't go to tribal pre-merge on Co-Wrong. I'm sure there's another one that I'm thinking of. Anyway, we could just see some interesting...
Erica.
Yes. Yeah, you're exactly right. Erica's another one. On 41, Erica did not go to a single pre-merge tribal. Is that everybody? 47, yeah. D went to 1. I feel like there's probably like one other person that didn't go to like a single one. Maybe not. Did Jeremy?
Did Alec Gabler?
Oh yeah, Jeremy did. Yeah, Gabler did for sure. Because they voted out Oh, you know what? Actually,
I don't know if Gabler did.
Yeah, because Ellie was the merge boot, and I think she was the first boot from that yellow tribe, because the yellow tribe was what? Ellie, Janine, Gabler, Sammy, Owen. Who's the 6th person?
I don't know.
The 6th person. Oh, I don't even remember who it is. Who is the 6th person on that tribe?
I don't know.
It's not Noelle. It's not Dwight. It's not Carla. It's not Jesse or Cody.
No.
I
don't know.
I think that.
But I don't remember Gabler going to tribals.
I don't either.
Maybe they had one, and that
Here.
one person we can't remember.
I'm going to look this up. Tell us about your interesting thing while I'm doing that.
Well, just on that vein of like Sophie and her potentially going to every tribal this season.
Yeah.
I just really felt for her in this episode. This episode was the lowest we've ever seen her.
Yeah.
She's lost everything.
Yeah.
And she just feels like the curse. And I noticed in the challenge that her tribe just let her sit in like, oh, no. That was last episode. Not this not this last episode, but the one before that.
Yeah.
Where they let her just like sit in the back of the boat and like not do a lot because she's just been so burnt out and exhausted and not want anything. And then in this challenge, like she really gives her all, like carrying this stuff, but she's just so wiped out.
Oh, yeah.
I just feel so sad for her. Like she has played so hard.
Yeah.
But it's like, this could be a good time. She's made herself safe right now. We'll see what happens at the swap, but maybe it's given her a little bit of time to just like relax and chill in a hammock.
Yeah.
And we know she can game. We know she can pull it out if she needs to. So she'll be okay.
Yeah.
But I just really felt for her this episode. Like she's so sad.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh, heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's really hard when you've been on a disaster tribe and then the disaster like follows you. Kind of like Denise, right? With moving from Matsing to Calabao, and then they lost every challenge after that.
She's like, cool, I'm a curse.
Yeah. To answer your question,
Yes.
the very first tribal of 43 was Gabler's tribe, and they voted out someone named Mariah, who
The M curse.
That's what I was thinking too.
Oh,
which
my
brings us
goodness.
to: is MC gonna go home if
No.
her tribe loses next episode? Because it would be her first tribal, and she's the only M name.
No. I don't think so. I hope not.
We'll have to see if the
We'll
M
have to
curse
see if it
continues.
continues.
Because there's been talk that Marianne broke the M curse, but there was 2 M names on Marianne's tribe, and the other one, Mariah, went out
home
first.
Yeah, I went home first. Yeah. It's a thing. I
Yeah.
don't think she broke it just because there were other M options.
It's just because there was another M, yeah.
It could be a thing.
Yeah.
My other random thought was Shannon's red hat was giving me Boston Rob vibes. And I was like,
I wonder
that...
if she got it from him.
I know. That just made me think. I was like, did he give it to her? Was it
Is
like
she
a
like
thing?
trying to like subconsciously channel Boston Rob?
Yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny. And like she's wearing it backwards sometimes and it just looks like the young, hot Boston Rob, you know, with his backwards hat. I'm just oh my gosh.
Young Boston Rob was
so yummy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh.
So handsome. He's still handsome now, but when he was young, I am not surprised that Amber was like, yeah.
And Amber is stunning.
Beautiful. And their children are all beautiful. They all look just like Amber. It's crazy. All 4 of those daughters.
They're perfect.
People
They're
always
so
joke
cute.
on the Reddit, on the Survivor subreddit, that like it's like their oldest daughter is almost old enough to play. Because
Is she really?
Well, they got engaged after season 8, and I'm pretty sure they had her shortly after. And season 8 All Stars, I think, would have aired in like 2004, 2005. And you can play Survivor when you're 18. So if that was 20 years ago and they had her within 2 or 3 years of them getting married, like she's almost old enough. I wish I knew her name.
Wow.
But they're old. And if she wants to play, she's immediately going to get cast.
Oh,
100%.
Yes.
And she'll have to like, change her last name, like be like, oh, I'm not Kaylee Mariano. I'm Kaylee Johnson.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. She'll have to change her name. Anyway.
Even though she looks exactly like Amber.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. The other thing I wrote down, just the killing the chicken thing.
Oh my gosh, we didn't even talk about that.
We didn't even talk about this part of the episode.
Oh yeah.
Because it was immunity and reward. They got how many roosters?
They got 1 rooster and 3 hens. So
3
Kella,
egg-laying hens.
Kella won immunity, and then they took the chickens home. They immediately were like, we should eat one. But this is the first time that I think, it's not the first time that we've seen people get upset over killing animals.
No.
But I do think it's the first time we saw the whole tribe at once be like, I feel like kind of icky about doing this. And Steven was like, I know that we have to do it because I think Alex and I are the only ones that can like take it.
Stomach it.
And like Sage talks about like she grew up with chickens and so it's kind of traumatic for her. I think it because their tribe is 5 women and 2 men.
It's
so
all
like
the women.
all the women go to the beach and have like
Cry.
a group hug and cry.
I know.
And like honestly, I really appreciated that the show like didn't like turn it into like a joke. Like they kept it very human of like, we understand that this is something we need to do to advance in the game and survive. And it's part of the circle of life, but like, this is really hard.
It's
like
hard.
I've never had to take a life before and I have to do it. And Shannon, even with her being super woo woo, even she is like, thank you so much for your energy and like sharing it with us. And I'm really sorry that it has to happen this way. Like, thank you so much, but we are starving.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was wild.
You know, if it was seasons 20 or prior, that the women would have been made fun of
Oh yeah.
for like crying.
Oh,
and
yeah.
This, and that.
Yeah.
But it really, like, if you think about it, I think I would be able to do it. To
kill the chicken.
I do.
I really do not think I could do that.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, having to like grab the chicken.
Well, and what they did, they didn't even
break its neck.
That's what I was saying. Like, I was kind of shocked they didn't just like, I guess it's because they didn't have an axe.
Oh.
Because, you know, an axe, it'll just cut through. But like, I don't know if you could do that with a machete. And so I get that they were trying to be humane, but yeah, it was, I mean, they didn't show him doing it, but they showed Steven going like, was it Steven or Alex that did it?
Steven, I
think. And he's literally just like, oh, are we almost there? Like, oh, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. Oh, like, so.
It would be so hard.
Oh yeah,
it would be so hard.
I legitimately couldn't do it. I would be so sad. I totally would eat it. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
I would eat the chicken, but oh God, is it hard? That stuff like that's hard for me. Even sometimes when I eat chicken eating out, if I think about like, like this thing that I'm eating was probably like born and raised in, it never saw the sun. Oh, I'm going to cry.
Oh,
It was like, it was raised in a factory or like where they're cramped all inside and it never saw the sun and it was pumped full of hormones and then it died.
And it never got to like run free
yes.
and be a little chicken.
Yes. Yeah. And one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid was Chicken Run. Have you ever seen Chicken Run?
I have seen
like,
Chicken Run.
So I totally empathize with all these people. I'm like, I would cry. I would cry too. I would still eat it. If it's hypocritical, fine. But I would sob.
I don't think it's hypocritical. It's just human. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. Like, and I think it was Alex who said like, yeah, we all eat chicken basically. And but we just get it at the store. And
we don't think about it.
We don't think about it.
Yeah.
But to think about, that something has to die for you to... Anyway. So that's always hard. It's always hard for people. And it was just a sweet moment for the guys to, like, take care of the girls on their tribe. Yeah. And they were, like, defeathering it. And they cooked it for them. And everyone was, like, so grateful. And I'm glad Alex and Steven can, like, bond even more. Because I do want Alex to do well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was, like...
Yeah.
precious, and all the girls could just go hug each other. It's just like, it was a good, very human moment.
Yeah.
It was just like,
for sure. I can't believe honestly, I might have just like tucked that away in the back of my mind. Just like, oh, that was really sad. So I'm glad that we got to talk about that.
It's so sad.
All right. Wrapping things up. Final thing that we need to address. Who is the queen of the week? I have a very definitive answer.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I love it.
The queen of the week is Sage.
Yeah.
I think, right, we're talking queen of the week doesn't have super concrete criteria, but we've always said anybody can be queen of the week. Who do we think played the best? And I think this episode, yes, you could make arguments like Savannah snowed Jason so hard that he didn't play his shot in the dark. That's an honorable mention. Nate, I think Nate gets an honorable mention here.
Nate was one I was thinking about.
He played the journey with MC perfectly to the point that he basically swindled her out of getting an advantage.
And gained a friend.
Yes.
Literally. Yeah.
But I think all things considered,
Sage.
the person that improved their game the most and made the best moves, I think it was Sage. Because I really think if Sage didn't play the way she did, if New Kella would have lost the challenge, I think Sage would have gone home. Because Shannon had made such deep connections with people like Christina. Obviously, the connections fell apart, but she had connected with Alex. She connected with Steven. Like, Sophie.
On a deep level,
like, I really don't think they would have gotten rid of her. And I think Sage played this exactly perfectly. We'll have to see how it plays out now they're swapping tribes. But I think that Sage is queen of the week because she, from my view, basically ensured that she was not going to go home. And I'm like, what more could you ask for? Because we gave Sophie queen of the week like 4 weeks in a row for doing that.
Yeah. Oh, and Sophie... What's hard about Sophie is she had to be very much on the offense about things. But what was so great about Sage is she just let Shannon blow up her own spot.
Yeah. And then was like, do you see what she's doing? She didn't even have to say anything except for what they all saw. Yeah.
So, and then she just further solidified that by blowing up Rizzo's spot.
Yeah.
And I loved that.
Yeah. Did
I
Shannon tell you
loved
that
it,
he has
loved
an
it.
idol? No, she didn't, because when she merges, she's going to go back to them and I'm not. So you should keep me. It was fierce.
Yeah. It was so perfect.
And it's what I've been wanting from her, because we talked about, and we've said this a couple of times on the pod, we were really high on her preseason. And then she got out there and was like kind of weird, like socially awkward a little bit. Yeah, still weird. But like genuinely don't think that she could have played this particular situation any better.
No.
We don't know how she'll react to whatever else comes in the game. But the circumstances that she was dealt on this new Kella tribe with the tribe swap and everything, I feel like it was pretty flawless.
It was
She did great. So Sage is my queen of the week.
Duh. I like, for a minute, I was just thinking through the new Hina tribe because we have typically only picked someone who goes to tribal.
Because we picked Sophie.
Yeah, and so I
week.
was only thinking about them, but then I'm like, no, that is the most obvious answer.
She's queen of the week for sure. Yeah.
No questions asked. And I really do think it will like come to something. I don't think the story is all for naught.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like at the merge, Shannon goes back to her people and Sage is just like middle fingers up, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And she helps like it flip on all of
Yeah.
them. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Definitely Sage though. Love
Yeah.
her. And also I think honorable mention definitely for Nate.
Yeah.
And then I think also for Steven, because everything would have worked for Shannon if Steven wasn't the one to be like,
Yeah. I don't feel good
I don't feel good about this.
Yeah.
So I am also going to say Steven.
Okay.
He's one I would consider. I definitely think it goes to Sage, but an honorable mention as well for Steven because Shannon had swindled Christina.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh, yeah.
And Alex.
Uh-huh.
And
Because Alex is going to say yes to anything.
Yeah,
and
he's
Shannon,
like, yeah.
And Shannon knows that.
and then we didn't see as much with Sophie, but I think she had Sophie as well. Like they seemed tight.
Yeah.
So it's like, really the only reason it didn't super work out is because Steven was like, nope.
Yeah. Do you want to hear my theory about Sophie S?
Yeah.
I think Sophie S is going to get idled out of the game. It is very common in Survivor for people that get taken out because of twists or idols to get a purple edit.
Oh,
Do you know what a purple edit is?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
For those of you that don't know,
That makes sense.
I'll make this very brief because we've had a lot of Survivor lore. There was a contestant on season 21 named Kelly Shin, I think was her name. But she went by Kelly Purple because there was 2 Kellys on that season. And they called her Kelly Purple because she was a blonde girl that had purple highlights in her hair. Kelly Purple was one of the most invisible players ever, to the point that I think her whole time on the show, she got like 4 confessionals the whole time she was there. And then that became a meme in the Survivor community to now where when somebody is fairly invisible on the show, you say they're getting purpled or they're getting a purple edit. No one has really gotten a purple edit this season except for Sophie S. We've had people that have been a little bit in the background, like Sage up until this episode has been a little quiet. Christina's been kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Jason was kind of quiet for a while. Sophie S is the only one that up to this point I'd be like, she's purpled because I couldn't tell you a single thing about like her game,
her life,
who she's working with. Yeah, like I think she may have had a couple other confessionals, but the only one I remember is the one when MC is like, hey, by the way, there's this foursome. And Sophie's like, oh, I got to wake up and play. So my theory, and it's not always true because we've seen people like Heather on 41, who's like one of my random favorite players. She got purpled hard.
Yes.
And I don't even know why.
I loved
But
Heather.
a lot of the
great.
times people that get purpled, it's because they don't want the audience to get really endeared to somebody that goes out in a way that could be perceived as like unfair. And those people get purpled. So my theory is that Sophie S has been so purpled because, I mean, if you want me to get really into it, I have not read spoilers for this season. I think that Rizzo is going to play his idol and he's going to take Sophie S out. I think that Rizzo's going to be in trouble in some scenario, whether it's next week or 3 weeks or whatever. I think Rizzo's going to play his idol and he's going to take Sophie S out because it's going to be like, who's the person that would be least likely to have an idol or to play their shot in the dark?
Sophie B.
Could be wrong. I think Sophie S is going to get chopped.
Yeah, that's a really, really good point. I I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I really, really could see that happening. And it's kind of a bummer because I remember really liking her in the pregame press.
My
I
winner
was
pick,
like,
it was
I
between
love her.
it was between her and Jawan.
Yeah.
I almost picked her.
Yeah.
Because her answers were fierce.
Yeah.
And then she's
on
just
it.
been, really invisible. And we're not really sure why.
The most invisible. Like, it's so sad.
Yeah. I don't think even like a casual viewer could pick her out of a lineup right now. Like, who is that?
So. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's so beautiful and so cute.
Yeah.
Though.
Oh, yeah.
So
beautiful girl, smart girl.
So cute. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting to see. So we'll have to see if my theory plays out. But I'm kind of feeling that Sophie S, something's going to happen to her that's related to like a twister advantage, and she's going to be toast.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
we'll
could
see
that happening. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, last thing I'll say, if there is the 4 tribes of 3.
3 tribes of 4.
Sorry.
Yeah. You got it. 3 tribes You're good. 4. I mean, they always could do 4, I guess. I don't think they will, though.
No way. 3 tribes of 4. What is your ideal swap scenario?
Oh, like who plays out, like how they get swapped?
How would the swap turn out?
So we know Shannon and Sage are together.
I would want Shannon, Sage, MC, and Steven.
Yeah, I think that would...
maybe MC somewhere else and like Christina with Steven or Sophie or something.
Yeah, I think in order for that storyline to play out that way, like it can't be Shannon, Sage, and Ulis because they would get rid of Sage. I think that in order for that to play out the way we want it to, and for Sage to get her way, it would need to be Hina's. Honestly, like
I want MC to be somewhere else so she can get her idol.
Yeah. What I'm really nervous about is like my nightmare scenario would be like a Savannah, Nate, Rizzo, Sophie B tribe. Because if they lost, Sophie is getting the boot, and I would be
so easily,
actually devastated. Because Jawan's my winner pick, but if you're asking me like who am I rooting for the hardest at this point, I'm rooting for Sophie B.
Really?
Yes. Oh my God. Like, how do you not root for her? She's been an underdog the whole time. She was queen of the week.
I'm so sorry.
Not Sophie S.
I'm so sorry.
Sophie B.
Yes.
Sophie B. Sophie B from Kella.
Yes, I'm
queen
so
of the
sorry.
Week. No,
I
you're
was
okay.
like, what is this switch about?
I feel like I can't help. Like, I can't not root for her.
No, that would be
so
truly
I would
devastating.
be devastated if the tribe, or even if it was like Hina's, like if it was like Steven, MC, Christina, and Sophie B. Like, I'm really just hoping that Sophie B doesn't get swap screwed. Honestly, I wonder if Sophie S, maybe that's what happens, is she just gets swap screwed. Maybe. And they're like, we didn't really need to give her an edit because it didn't matter. And now the episode she's going, like, if next episode the tribe swap happens and we get a couple Sophie S confessionals, I think she's gone.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen anything with her.
So now it's like...
And so they get like, oh, we have to remind the audience that she's here.
She exists.
So like, I wonder if there's going to be a swap where it's like the Ulis and Sophie S and she gets swapped.
Which honestly would be such a letdown. Like, because I just want something bigger to happen.
Yeah.
Like...
I'll also say too, historically, this is such a nerdy thing to say. Historically, second tribe swaps have been like fairly notorious for like really, really, really screwing players over. Like the biggest one I think of is like Winners at War, when they did the second tribe swap, and that's what led to Parvati and Sandra going home on the same day. Right? Because they do the initial tribe swap.
I haven't watched that in so long. I
think they do the initial tribe swap at... Oh, God. See, I'm going to have to look this up. They do the initial tribe swap, I want to say at like 16 or 15. And then they do another swap. And Parvati and Sandra go home on the same day. Yeah. And it's like if they wouldn't have swapped,
that wouldn't have happened.
They would have been fine. Let me see if that's right. Let's see.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I haven't rewatched Winners.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. Because they... Oh, maybe there's only one swap in Winners at War. Because they swap to 3, and that's when we lose Rob, Parv, and Sandra. Hold on. See, now I have to see how this was all laid out.
It's all right. Yeah, I think just more of a switch up would be fun. More mixing, more switching, and making lines like less cut and clear for this next swap would be super nice. I would cry, and this could quickly move to one of my least favorite seasons if Sophie B goes home. Damn,
am I hallucinating a second swap? I think I am. I think I'm hallucinating a second swap on Winners at War. Well, either way, the swap screwed Parvati and Sandra. God, I was so confident that it was a second swap. that happened. That like,
I
screwed them
can't
over.
remember. I
No.
haven't rewatched that one yet.
No,
so I've
it's
only
okay.
seen
It's
it once.
at 15 they go to 3 tribes of 5, and then we lose Rob,
Yeah.
Parv, and Sandra.
Yeah.
On their tribes respectively, and then they merge after that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
don't
we'll
know.
have to see how it plays out because people could get swap screwed pretty hard if we're going to 3 tribes of 4. It's like there's nowhere to hide.
Something that could be fun is to see Sophie B and Alex reunite.
Yeah.
That could be great.
Yeah.
It could be cool if we just see 2 Uli and 2 Hina.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like, is
That
there a
would be
rock draw?
great.
What if what if it's like Alex, Sophie B, 1 Uli, and 1 Hina?
Ooh.
If it's like Savannah and Sophie B and Alex and Steven, and it's like,
That would
shit,
be
like who do
major.
we side with?
That would be
Oh yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
I think that... Oh, what do you think would happen?
Well, I don't know because a tie with 4 people left. We've only seen at the final 4 and they make them do fire. I wonder if they would make them like if it was like Savannah and Rizzo versus Steven and MC and it was 2-on-2.
Yeah.
Would they make them do fire even though it's not the final 4 because there's 4 of them left? Like that's the only way they could break a tie.
Not just do rocks.
But how would they so just the other 2 people draw rocks, so it's
Yeah.
a 50% chance of you
Yeah.
going home? I mean, that would be crazy.
Or doesn't everyone have to? Oh no, it's just
No.
everyone who's safe. Yeah, duh.
Yeah, it's the
so
people-
it'd be 50-50.
Yeah. So we'd have to see if I think this is one of the few instances we've ever had, we've had tribes go down to 4 members before, but it'll be one of the first instances where I could see a tie reasonably happening with 4 people on a tribe that's not like the final 4.
Yeah,
Because we've seen ties at the final 4 in Survivor Gabon, in Survivor Korong, but other times we've gotten down to 4 members on a tribe. There's never been even a chance of a tied vote happening.
a
So, yeah, I don't
solid
know.
tie. Yeah, this one would be airtight if
Yeah.
it were either of those scenarios that we just mentioned.
Yeah.
So what could be fun from this is either to see 2 former Hina, 2 former Uli, to see Alex or Sophie B reunite and just see what happens. I think they're probably dead to each other but I don't know. It really just depends. Like, because I think if Sophie is put with like Savannah and Rizzo and Alex, she would vote Alex.
I think so too.
And so, it's like, I think I don't know. I
It just
really
depends.
don't know.
Yeah, we don't know if we'll see a Malcolm and Denise thing. We'll just have to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I hope that for them, but I just
Yeah.
feel like they weren't tight enough.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, Malcolm and Denise were aligned from day 1.
Yeah, they were like
Alex
super
and Sophie
bonded.
were aligned through Jake mostly, and then kind of just like had to stick together. So yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll have to see. We'll have to see tomorrow. We're filming this on Tuesday night, and then the episode is tomorrow. So okay, everybody, our memory card just ran out of space, so we're gonna wrap up this episode.
Don't know how.
Just audio only. Thank you all for tuning in. We really love doing this every single week, and we hope that you enjoy it. Let us know who your queen of the week is. Let us know what your thoughts are on all the random things that we have included in this episode.
And hopefully we can make this season more interesting for people because I know
It's
a
just
lot
been
of people are struggling. It's
yeah.
really, really straightforward.
Oh yeah, I saw some
So,
reels this week
yeah.
where people were just like,
They were savage.
we need to let go of this format. I think there's a good chance after 50
They need
the
to.
format changes up again, but we'll see. So
It needs to.
anyway, with that being said, thank you all for listening. We will see you again next week where we recap episode. Oh, the camera just turned off too.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll see you next
We'll
time.
see you next
we love
week.
you.
We'll see you next week. Thank you
queens-
so much. Bye, everybody.
The queens have spoken.
The queens have
We to do
spoken.
our
We can't
sign-off.
forget that. The queens have spoken.
The queens are tired and
Yes.
we have spoken. Okay. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.